Alright guys, Hayzink here, welcome back to the channel for another Street Fighter Duel video. So if you watched the channel last night, you'll know I put out a video talking about my free-to-play account and how kind of a bit over the whole thing because of how certain things have gone on the account. Now that video seems to have inadvertently sparked a little bit of controversy, and I just want to kind of address that just now, as well as speaking directly to quite a few of you guys. If you're upset by what I'm going to say, then tough shit basically. So in this video I was talking about how on my free-to-play account the luck hadn't gone so well, my summons had been pretty crap, and I was contemplating giving it up. I didn't say I was definitely going to give it up, just that I was seriously considering it because I just didn't really feel like I was progressing. I felt like I was at the same kind of point as I am on my main account, but obviously on that account, and it was just getting a bit tiresome because I'd set myself certain goals and I hadn't achieved them in the game, and I was like, well, what's the point now if I don't really have those things to aim for? Anyway, as part of that, I did say that there's various other videos out there that say, oh my god, look what I've done free to play, if I can do it, you can do it too. Now, there's no disputing that's true. However, speed, how quickly you can do that, is entirely dependent on luck to a certain degree. And you need to get like certain pulls that will help you advance quicker. If you don't get those pulls, you might be waiting a little bit longer, and things could, instead of taking a couple of days, a couple of weeks, they could potentially take a couple of months, okay? So that's where the luck element came into play there, okay? Now, there's no point in me not saying what I'm talking about, because to be honest, you know, if this is relevant to you, you know what I'm talking about. So Payne made a response video to that, right? Now in Payne's video, he didn't name my video, but to be honest, he might have as well have just named my video, because everyone knows the video that you're talking about. So you're as well just saying like Hayzink made a video rather than another YouTuber. And I think for some reason Payne took it a little bit personal. Now Payne messaged me and I've messaged him, so he knows it's not personal, but you guys obviously don't, right? So anyway, for some reason he took it a little bit personal, thinking I was possibly like kind of having a go at him. Although he didn't say anything bad, you could kind of tell with the undertones. He almost felt like I was kind of saying that everything he'd done on his account was pure luck based. Now, that's not what I've said, right? And that's not the intention. Now, if you watch Payne's video, even himself, he says several times, luck played a factor, right? Luck played a factor in getting the units when the units were got, right? It didn't help him beat content. He still had to know how to use those units, but at the point in the game when he was able to beat that content, him getting lucky and getting the units when he got the units certainly helped, right? That is the point. So at no point was it like me trying to rag on Payne saying, oh my god, he only got what he got because he's lucky. No, because he would have got there eventually anyway, even without the luck, right? Now, people might say summons don't actually play into it, and we'll get back to this because of the comments, right? It's all down to skill. See, that's nonsense though, because when we first started the free-to-play accounts, I was actually ahead of Payne because I had more luck on my rolls, and this is actually before Bison was involved in anything, right? I got key units quicker than he got key units, and it helped me push up to a certain point faster than he did at that point. That literally in itself shows you that there is a degree of, you need to have certain things at certain times to push on at a certain rate, okay? That's what I was saying. I wasn't saying that every single thing on his account was purely down to luck, right? Don't know why people take one thing and just run away with it, to be completely honest. And in a comment where someone says to me, so what you're saying is Payne was lucky, I replied back saying, yeah, I was talking about summons, I wasn't talking about account progression, I was literally talking about summons, okay? So now that we've cleared that up, and I've cleared that up with Payne, the main reason I want to make this video is because I really want to speak directly to, I guess, certain individuals without highlighting exactly who I'm talking to. You'll know if this refers to you. You guys need to have independent thought. You need to start thinking for yourselves, because one thing I notice is when myself, Payne, possibly Mark, other people make statements, people run with those statements as though they are their own statements, right? So, for example, all of a sudden, because I was saying that certain bits of luck can help someone progress better in an account, that morphs into Payne is lucky and he only progressed because he got lucky. Well, no, that's not what I said, right? Secondly, after 4 AM last night, that was when Payne put out his video. It's actually hilarious to me that at that point, I start to get loads of comments on my video saying things like, you only never progressed because you never put in effort, or you only never progressed because you were not strategic with your summons. This is all things that Payne said in his video, but he didn't direct them at me. He was just talking in generalised terms. You guys have watched his video and you have now come over to my video to comment with his thoughts and feelings repackaged as your own thoughts and feelings, and you are delivering them to me as though I've done something wrong because there's been an assumption made that I've not done certain things. Things like not using the wish list. Honestly guys, do you think I don't have the wish list full? No, nonsense, I do have the wish list full. The only thing that I never done, and I held my hands up in the video and I said this, was Factional Tower. Yes, okay, I should have probably been doing Factional Tower, but that wouldn't really change the fact that every time I've been summoning in my free-to-play account, rather than getting a new copy of Viper or whatever, I constantly pull Sakura as an A, or Ken as an A, or Ryu as an A, you know, like so many rolls in a row. Like seriously, I go from 2 rolls of nothing, I finally pop an A unit, let's go, Sakura. Happens again, finally pop an A unit, Ryu. You know, that's the type of thing I'm talking about that didn't help me progress. But what's kind of poor is when you go to someone's video or comment section or whatever it is, it doesn't really make a difference. If you're going to comment on something, try and make your own thoughts. Don't take someone else's thoughts, don't take someone else's point of view and just turn around and spout it as though it's you that's thinking this, because quite frankly all that does to me is show me that you're not capable of independent thought, and I just see you as nothing but a sheep, right? If I'm offending you right now, honestly, I don't give a fuck, right? Because you're not the type of person that's probably going to watch my content anyway. You're literally wanting to bounce from one content creator to another because you've decided this one's your favourite and you're going to use the words that he says to go and shit on another one. I'm not down for that, you know, and if you guys want to watch my videos and do that to Payne, don't, right? Because for a start, he's not done anything. He's not encouraging people to go and make comments on someone else's video. That's not what he's done or what he's doing. I just think that there's like this 5-year-old hive mind that kind of flirts between people that watch content on YouTube, and they decide, you know what, I've not got anything interesting to say myself, so I'm just going to repackage what this person said and I'm going to go and spout it over here. Why? What's the point, right? So when it comes to making comments on that video, things like I never put in effort, I don't know what I'm doing, or blah blah blah, it's just a lot of crap, right? You actually don't know what you're saying, because I did put in effort, I'd done everything you're supposed to do apart from Factional Tower, right, which I held my hands up to. I said that myself in the video. What I said, and I stand by, is you need a certain degree of luck to help you progress quickly, right? You want to move through the game at a reasonable pace, you need to have a certain degree of luck, and you need to pull certain units early on if you want to progress quickly. Eventually, you will get what you need, and you will push on over time, but for someone like me who started the free-to-play account because my main account completely stalled and I was not making progress and I was having to constantly wait to get new things to then move on again, right? When the free-to-play account essentially hit the exact same point where if I'm not getting the things that I need, I'm not going to move forward, the free-to-play account basically became the same as the main account, but with less useful units at a much lower level, right? So obviously my desire and interest to continue pushing on as much in that was going to dip and it was going to waver, and that is what the video was about. At the end of the day, everyone can progress in this game free to play. the amount of time it takes will differ vastly on an account-to-account basis, and it does not entirely come down to a skill issue. That is just not true. Everyone can progress, but at certain points you need certain tools in your arsenal to progress. And if you get those things very early on, then clearly your progression is going to push on further than someone who doesn't get those things until later. Me, for example, I could literally be a couple of dupes or units away from doing a run of 2 full chapters quite easily, right? But without that happening, I'm not going to move on. So again, there was no dumping on anyone else's free-to-play journey. No, not at all. And I've told Payne this directly. I don't know why anyone... I mean, I can say it. I don't even know why Payne would think it, to be honest, because we talk. So, like, if I was going to make any sort of a statements, I would just tell him directly, which I've done plenty of times. If there's something I don't agree with, I'll tell him. If I say something he doesn't agree with, he'll tell me. Doesn't really need to go in a video. So there's no snipes, shall we say. That's not what the video was about. It was literally just trying to provide balance and show people that, you know what, it's not always all plain sailing for everyone who does an account free to play. Some people can face things like I've faced, where motivation dips, they're not moving forward, etc. Because, you know what, you don't want to sugarcoat everything. You don't want to put every single video out there and go, hey guys, look at this, look how awesome this is, I can do this and you can do this too. That doesn't exist like that for every single facet of the game, you know? Yes, ultimately the end goal will be you can do this free to play, but not at the same rate as someone else. It's like when you compare yourself to social media influencers, no matter what they do, you always see the top level, as in, wow, that looks easy, that looks good, I could do that. But the journey's not always the same for everyone, right? So at the end of the day, I was just trying to show you guys, well, for me, it's not quite been like that, you know? And if my summoning luck had continued to be good the way that it was very early on in the account, then no doubt I could have continued to pump out videos, and I could have been someone who was like, oh my god guys, this is so easy, free to play, what are you all talking about? And I wouldn't know that, you know what, there's actually points where people maybe can't push on the way that I think they can. So I thought it was quite important that I just provided balance and showed you guys, well, that might be how it's going for them, it's not going that way for me. Things like the inverse world, done. I've not done them to 32 because my account isn't capable right now of doing them to 32, but I've done what I can do. I've got the summons and stuff from them. I've got my wish list done. Literally the only thing that I've neglected, and I held my hands up in the video, is the factional tower, right? That's it. That's literally the only thing that I've neglected. Summoning luck on this account, not this account, because this account's my main account, I just couldn't be bothered hooking up my other phone, has been poor. It has been poor, and even last night, you guys saw in that video, I bet the tower. I then went on and done another 10 levels and I bet the tower again, got myself a multi. I thought, you know what, after making that video, watch this, I'm about to get a great summon. It went red, I got myself an A unit, here we go, who was it? Sakura again. That is what keeps happening on this account, I just keep getting non-naturals A's, which, fantastic. Eventually, when I get enough of them, they're going to help me awaken units, and that's the only reason I've had units awakened at this point. But the point I'm trying to make is, it's not helped me push on in key areas that I needed to push on in, and that is what I was talking about last night. So the big takeaway that I want you guys to have from this video is, first off, if you're someone who is offended by what I said about taking someone else's words from one video and then put them in another video and spouting them, if that's offended you, fantastic, you don't need to watch my content, because I really don't care. Because at the end of the day, if you're not capable of actually putting your own words into a comment section and you're going to just take things that other people have said, then it doesn't really have any effect on me. I would rather have people watching my content that were capable and good at sharing their own point of view and really You're not doing that, are you? If you're just going to watch someone else's video and then your opinion of another person is going to be formed off of something that they've said, when potentially they've misunderstood the intent behind the original video anyway. Just to be clear again, I've spoken with Payne. There's no issue there whatsoever. I could see maybe why he thought that I was trying to have a go at him, which I wasn't. It's just me, it's just the way I am. But some of the comments I got after he put out that video, I'm just reading them and I'm thinking, do you guys think I'm thick? Like, obviously I know how to use a wish list, like, come on. Anyway, that's it. Done. I've not quit the free-to-play account yet. I still might. Don't know. Not sure. But, bye.